Sprouse and Lili Reinhart have called it quits and fans are not okay.
Logan Paul gives bizarre interview and the internet has a lot of questions.
And Taylor Swift escapes an intruder.
All that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown. What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown.
Yes.
I'm Susan Morad.
And I'm Emile Ennis Jr., and we're so happy to have you here. Wait, listen, while you're here, you should probably go ahead and stay here for a while, first of all, but also come back. And one way to remember to come back is to subscribe. So go ahead and click that subscribe button down here somewhere. And then also click that bell so you can get notified every single time we post. And also leave a comment because we do read all of your comments.
We do, and we
all
have
of them.
all of them, and we do have things like Fan of the Week and You're So Clever, and you can get highlighted in our comments.
Yes.
So leave us a comment and also like this video if you're feeling like you're in the liking mood.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But guys, speaking of liking, or I guess disliking, we have to talk about Ariana Grande and what she has to say about a photographer. So Ari has spoken out about a skeezy photographer that she's worked with that allegedly has been caught up in some serious misconduct. So a young model called Sunaya recently took to Instagram to share her experience with a photographer called Marcus Hyde, who has worked with celebrities including Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian. Now, according to alleged direct messages, the artist would only shoot Sunaya for free if she sent him nude photographs of herself beforehand. Now, after she refused to send naked pics, Hyde was allegedly going to charge her $2,000 for a session and justified the cost by saying, "Gotta see if you're worth it." So Sunaya called him out by saying, "Yeah, you whack," and he just replied with a smiley face and "I'll keep shooting celebs." So Instagram ended up deleting her post, citing that the DMs she revealed violated their harassment and bullying guidelines. She took to Twitter and continued to share her story, and with so many other accounts and people sharing it, it got a lot of traction and then had a ton of other people coming forward with their own alleged stories of alleged misconduct working with the same photographer. Soon after, Ariana caught wind of it and took to her own Instagram stories to speak out, and it was a long post where she expressed it was shocking and heartbreaking to hear. She went on to say, "Please do not shoot with photographers who make you uncomfortable or make you feel like you need to take your clothing off if you don't want to. If you want to, sick, but if you don't, please don't. If they tell you have to pay more money if you're clothed, that's and I'm sorry that has happened to you. I promise there are so many respectful, nice, talented photographers out there." And soon after, others followed suit. Shay Mitchell posted a 2-part series to her story as well. She says, quote, "There are a lot of mentally unwell people alongside us, and we need to make sure they do not have the opportunity to prey or hurt others, celebrity photographer or not." So after the world collectively came for him and dozens of other women spoke up, Marcus Hyde finally deleted his Instagram, and Sunaya found some solace in playing with her adorable cat. You know, this reminds me, there is a, if you haven't seen Sister Sister, it's an old show. There's an episode of Sister Sister where either Tia or Tamara goes to this like photographer's place that she met through a messenger or whatever, and he was trying to do some shady stuff, and then their parents would bust in and save her.
Well, I'm a real nice guy. Once you get to know me, how about it? Come on!
It's disgusting,
Yeah.
like what I was reading, and there were so many stories that were getting shared, and it's really disturbing to think that someone can have that kind of power and control in such a, in a creative community and prey on young people who kind of get coerced into doing things they don't want to do. And I love the fact that Ari came out and spoke about it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that speaks volumes on the type of person she is, and the fact that she is now making it known what she thinks of this person that she has worked with in the past. She's shocked and she's not okay with it.
And it's important because, in the exchange, he said, I'll go back to shooting celebrities. So I love that all celebrities essentially spoke out and dragged him. And hopefully we find more because he's not the only photographer who does this.
Exactly. All right, so yesterday we reported in DHR that KJ Apa might have a new leading lady in his life with Britt Robertson. And we didn't really realize that there was going to be even more Riverdale couple news. And we reported on Newsfeed yesterday as our hearts and basically the entire world's hearts collectively were breaking when news broke that Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart have apparently officially, called it quits. So a quick recap of what we thought was forever love. The couple was reportedly together for about 2 years, and sources say they apparently separated earlier this summer. News began to spread of the breakup after a source told Us Weekly that they overheard Cole telling a friend at a Comic-Con party over the weekend that he and Lili had broken up. it was reported that the two left the party separately. Another source also told E! News that they are not living together this season and that the two have intentionally been keeping their distance from each other. However, now that Riverdale is back in production, they're back to filming together and are on much better terms. Cole and Lili were last seen over the weekend attending Comic-Con, but reportedly were rarely seen together. They were placed next to each other on the Riverdale panel and took group photos promoting the show, as well as Lili sharing photos of her and Cole on her stories. As the news broke and our hearts were shattering across the world, fans' reactions were intense and have taken their feelings to Twitter, mostly in absolute disbelief, saying, wait, did Cole Sprouse and Lili Reinhart actually break up or what? With responses like, my brain won't accept it, as well as some pointing to evidence to prove it's wrong, like, I don't think it's true because there's a video from today or someday over the weekend of Cole saying, baby, stop, to Lili, but this has happened before and unless they confirm it, I don't believe it. To other people telling themselves it's all a joke, saying things like, the only reason I'm okay with the news sources going on about this is because Lili and Cole are gonna see it and probably make a joke based off the clownery. While others have skipped the stage of disbelief and moved right on to despair, like this user who is all of us right now saying, if Lili and Cole broke up, then what's even the point of love? OMG. And this, me when I knew that Lili Reinhart and Cole Sprouse broke up. As well as people just needing to take the rest of the day off saying, taking the rest of the day because Lili and Cole broke up, allegedly. Yes, I am an adult woman. While some seem to be confusing Cole and Lili with their Riverdale characters, saying the end of Bughead could be the rise of Barchi, like this user who tweeted, world. Lili and Cole broke up. Barchi shippers with this gif. I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen a couple create this much despair and upset and disbelief with people because nobody really wants to believe it. And at this point, there hasn't been any formal response from either of them. I don't want it to be true. I'm hoping it's wrong.
I think it's true, and you know, it is what it is. They're young. If they get back together, they get back together. I think obviously they still will be friends. They're on a show together, so if they're not, they need to fake it. But we'll figure it out just for the sake of the show.
They're good actors.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, so we have some Taylor Swift news, and I'm not talking about that announcement that she made this afternoon. I'm talking about a near intruder at her home. So according to TMZ, Taylor was almost visited by a guy who was ready to roll up to her place in Rhode Island with a bat, gloves, lockpicks, and a crowbar, but thank goodness police caught him. Police arrested a 32-year-old man named David Page Little after reports came in that he was acting suspicious at a park in Taylor's neighborhood. He had a backpack on with a metal bat sticking out, and when police arrived, he apparently tried to scram, but they intercepted him. According to TMZ, he had told the cops he just got into town from New York and before that from Nashville and Memphis, and he allegedly said he was trying to catch up with Taylor Swift so she could help him with his music career. Police say he wanted to pay her a visit. Police searched his backpack and found a collection of burglary tools, including a bat, 30 lockpicks, a crowbar, gloves, a flashlight, screwdrivers, and a rake. And then that paired with the fact that he was allegedly witnessed near her property earlier in the day was enough for cops to arrest him, where he is currently held in custody. Well, I mean, glad she's okay because fans, and I mean, that's just crazy. Because in his mind, it sounds like he really thought that everything was normal. Oh, she's gonna help me with my music career, and I just have like all this stuff in my backpack.
Why do you have all this stuff in your backpack if you're supposedly catching up with Taylor and she's helping you out? I mean,
that's scary.
That's so scary. I'm so glad they caught him.
Yeah.
Crazed fans, I mean, I can't even imagine what that's like. You hear these stories online and when news breaks about crazed fans and the lengths they go to stalk and often some of them really believe in their mind that they're good friends of these celebrities.
Well, the fact that he traveled to multiple cities, like, let's keep him locked up. That's really scary.
Keep him there.
Yeah.
So last night, I'm not sure if you saw this, Emile, but Logan Paul was trending on Twitter. And if you're like me, like most people, I hit the hashtag going, why is Logan Paul trending?
Right.
And let's just say he gave a really interesting, strange, bizarre interview that's got everyone on the internet really confused with a lot of thoughts. Okay, so Logan Paul just had one of the weirdest and most bizarre live TV interviews of all time. Logan made multiple bizarre claims like these.
I could be the quickest man on the planet. I'm everywhere, baby. I'm everywhere. And I'm nowhere. I'm like a ghost.
And went on to say, quote, yeah, I'm betting $100,000 that I'm the fastest man on the planet. I'm the fastest man on the planet. and then pulled up the host when she referred to him as a controversial YouTuber to say he is now an ex-controversial YouTuber. He also went on to say he spent more money than he's made, saying, quote, "I will say my expenses just surpassed my income for the first time ever. I just sat down with my financial manager. He told me that. I'm definitely going downhill from here." Apparently he made $14.5 million last year, so go figure. And if this isn't weird enough for you guys, then there was this.
I'm uncomfortable with myself, you know?
Come on.
I also have pink eye. It's not contagious.
But talk
No,
to
it
me
is.
about...
There's a 2-week incubation period. I'm
Okay,
so
so,
sorry.
but
As you can imagine, Twitter was a mess all over this with so many thoughts and questions. Like one person who wrote, quote, "I'll never get the brain cells back it took to watch this, but I will always have more than Logan Paul, even when I'm dead." While another said, quote, "He genuinely sounds like he's either horribly depressed or on drugs." Or this person who wrote, "I don't want to make fun of Logan Paul and his Fox appearance. He obviously has an issue. You can guess what it is and needs some help. So instead, I will simply lament the fact that better, cooler YouTubers aren't as popular. Maybe support those better, cooler YouTubers." And Logan himself even addressed the interview on Twitter. He said, quote, "Today I told Fox Business News I had pink eye on live television, and now I'm blasting The Greatest Showman soundtrack on a flight back to LA. Basically, I'm almost in final form." Well, everyone's talking about Logan Paul.
Yes.
And I have a feeling maybe this was what he was going for.
Right.
I mean, the interview is so bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
So weird to watch. Like, I've watched it now a few times. I'm like, this is really odd, strange, messed up. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, well, everyone's talking about Logan Paul today. And I think, he's there promoting something and everybody's talking about him. So maybe this was all part of his master plan.
I mean, there's always a strategy, a plan. I definitely think this was intentional. And you're right, it has the people talking. We're talking about it. How many times have you watched it, Susan?
Maybe at least 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it is now time for the final rundown. 1 minute and 30 seconds starting now. So last night was the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood premiere, and everybody was there. Not me though. So last night, the celebrity guests and cast were out in full force, shutting down Hollywood Boulevard. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, Quentin Tarantino, and all the rest of the cast were there, including a ton of celebs, including Vanessa Hudgens and her beau, Austin Butler, and of course, Britney Spears and boyfriend Sam Asghari, who, by the way, have just sparked engagement rumors with a major ring on her finger.
I cannot wait to see this film. I am so excited. But moving on to the next thing, Shawn Mendes seems to be still dodging questions about those Camilla dating rumors. Shawn was asked at a fan Q&A recently in Dallas, where a fan asked, "I wanted to say, I'm pretty sure we all know the answer, but what's going on with you and Camilla?" This was his cute response.
What's going on with you and Camilla?
Well, Senorita just got nominated for 4 awards at this year's MTV VMA, so I guess more on this will be revealed soon, if not before.
Yes, and moving on, 5 Seconds of Summer is reportedly being sued for alleged plagiarism in one of their songs. The Australian band has been accused of ripping the opening riff of their hit Young Blood off of a song called White Shadows by an up-and-coming singer and songwriter named David Henderson.
And moving on, RM of BTS joked with a fan who failed their driver's license test. A fan took to Weverse, the group's recently launched fan community app, to lament failing their driver's license test, and RM had the funniest reaction. The fan wrote, "Hi, I just wanted to say I failed my driving license test and I feel like a loser." Then came RM's unexpected response saying, "That's why I never do the test." Then adding, "Lol, no worries, at least this planet has Nam June."
I bet they were very happy to see that response.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it wasn't real, but realized that it was. Anyway, that was fun. All right, you guys, that is it for today's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown, aka DHR. But before you go anywhere, we've got some questions. We always have some questions. We love to know your thoughts. I, in particular, want to know if you've seen this Logan Paul interview, and what were your thoughts when you first saw it, and do you think that he was having a moment? Do you think this was all staged? I really want to know what you think about this.
Yes, and I just want to know if you saw that Sister episode I was talking about, because it's one of my favorite shows from childhood. Let us know in the comment section below, and of course, we'll be back here tomorrow.
See you guys.
But guys, before you go, make sure you click right over here to watch yesterday's episode of DHR.
And while you're there, Are you a Clevver News subscriber? If you're not, it's totally cool. We still love you, but why don't you hit that subscribe button? Subscribe button. I meant to say subscribe button, but you already knew that because you're about to hit it, right?